my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
All right, there we go. And hello. 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 What's going on? What's your tea? What's your tea, everybody, honey? Hey, it's another glorious day in the land of the living, honey. And I hope that you guys know that, honey. So I know you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, you know what time it is, honey. It's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's up? Honey, it's been a long day, okay? It's been a long day, but it was very, very, very productive. This here's my green goddess, goodness rather, juice. Yeah. And it looks like the dollar's going to be on a liquid diet for a minute. Till we get this dental thing together, child. So, be that as it may. But nonetheless, it's been a long day. For those of you who are not aware, you guys know that I'm a part of a car club, right? And our car club, Passionate Riders Car Club, we're relatively new onto the scene. Well, the founders and everything are not new to the car club world. I am, Nikki is, we've been around it for a little minute, but, we're still learning the ins and outs of what it means. But our founder and co-founders, they've been around for a little minute, and, they're car enthusiasts and carrying on. So we've created our own little world. And in addition to that, they've been called into ministry as a husband and wife team. So in addition to Passionate Riders Car Club, we have another component, which is Passionate Riders Outreach Ministries. Okay. Now, because we're a relatively small club or whatever, there seems to be one in the same because of the work. We're doing the work of being in outreach and making sure that we are being of service to people and being of service to one another and helping, with charities and this, that, and the third. So the outreach ministry portion, honey, is a separate entity. Well, it's a different component from us. But right now we're acting as one and the same because, like I said, we're relatively small. So today was our third annual autism awareness fundraiser that we do. Like I said, the car club is relatively new, as Passionate Riders, but this is something that Big Red has been doing for some time, and we do this all. Like I said, this is our third year doing it, and this is because, for those of you who don't know, Red has an autistic son. And one of the things that we do, or why we do this, is so that uh, those who are on the spectrum, whether they are children or adults, and they happen to be on the spectrum, we're doing our part to help make sure that they are finding resources and are building communities so that they can be thriving individuals and not become or not be seen as burdens to their care providers and this, that, and the other. Because oftentimes when folks do not know how to deal with autism or anybody who's on the spectrum, it becomes a chore and things of that nature. And then oftentimes, because people don't have the resources and don't know who to look to and look for help and guidance, it becomes a very daunting and frustrating task. So through Red's trials and tribulations of helping raise, of helping his son's mom raise him and this, that, and the other, and being there for his son, he sought after the information and the knowledge to do this. So in his wanting to give back, and I don't like that term, in him wanting to fortify organizations and to fortify those who are doing the work, he chose to make this one of his goals that he does to raise money and awareness. Today was a very good day. If y'all have not seen my my Facebook video, it was supposed to be live, but we couldn't go live because the damn signal that we had kept cutting me off and this and the third. So I just went on and recorded it, and then I just posted it. So y'all go look at the video and carry on, and you get to see some of the cars that we had out there and things of that nature. Now, I ran out of juice, so we didn't get a chance to show you guys the winners because it was a car show, so folks were being judged and all of that on who did what and carrying on. So we gave out 20 awards, and that there was really cute, really, 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 really cute. Okay. And I think we just made history of some sort because, we've had people who won trophies for the first time. It wasn't about, in the car club, there's been a lot of inside bickering and stuff because they're like, well, the same people doing the same thing and blah, 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 blah. But it wasn't that this time. It wasn't that. And a lot of people, they walked away doing their thing, honey. So I was like, hey, okay, cool. Very, very good. I don't know what we race as of yet. Red, if he comes in, cool. If not, it's because, he's still trying to handle the business of all of that so that the monies can be sent. We're going to get a cashier's check, and then we're going to deliver that down there to Autism Speaks. That's the charity. So be that as it may, okay? I'm waiting on Nikki to come up in here. She told me she may be a little late because they are working on Mook's, her daughter Mook's homework assignment. She had a video project she had to do, and et cetera, et cetera. So they're trying to get all that together. So I may be solo for a minute, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, all right. So let me see who we got up in here. Juana, you up in here? Hey now, what you got? Not Shauna, na. Shauna, na. Whoa, you remember that? Okay. Hi, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to show you a CD I have. You could have put the picture up in the chat, but we won't get it here. Just put up in the Facebook what you want to say, or just tell us what it is. Charles, honey, he's very musically inclined, honey. He's one of the children, honey, that loves to let us know about his music. Groove, this here's your soulmate right here, baby, because between you and Charles, child, y'all got that music on lock, and I love it. Okay. Happy Pride Month, darling. Aha. Okay, Skittles and Starburst to you, darlings. Okay, rainbows and unicorns and fairy dust magic, your magic dust and sprinkles and carrying on, and then also, honey, the hard hitting stuff that we do because that's my boy Miko Evans, honey. Now he and I, we don't shy away from the tough issues and carrying on when it comes down to this community and our community and carrying on with dealing with what it is. But I always ask this question, and I always give superficial answers and carrying on. So this is to all my alphabet children. What are you proud of, or what are you proud for? What does pride mean to you? When we're celebrating this thing, but what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? And why? Okay. And why? And I'm going to reserve my answer because I want to hear some of yours first. Okay, because I do this every year, and usually the answers that I get are, this is a time for us to come together and to show the world that we are one, and to celebrate diversity and unity, and just to let everybody know that we're just one big old family, and that it's just fun, and we can be ourselves, and no more hiding, and it's just a really cool time. I ain't saying nothing. That's surface shit. You do that every time you go to the club. Okay. Why are we celebrating Pride? What are we proud about? What are we proud for? Okay, what is it? What does all this mean? And a lot of times we don't get a lot of answers, that have some substance, that some bite, So I look forward to seeing that. So that's going to be part of the homework assignment today. For those of you who are here and are LGBTQIA+, stick all them damn letters, honey. The alphabet you're in, honey. What are you proud? What does Pride Month mean to you? Okay, what does it mean? Okay. Yeah, what does all of this mean? Particularly that this is Pride Month. Now, y'all know every time we got Black Gay Pride, I ask the same question, and especially for Black Gay Pride, because this is Black Gay Pride that was said. What does this mean to you? So I look for the answers. Now I'm going to play this now, and I'm going to end up probably having to replay this because since we're talking about pride and carrying on, Nikki asked me to play this. She said, "Oh, please play this, play this, play this, play this." So I'm going to play this first. So look at this.
Oof, damn.
I just thought I would now recite for you what Jesus Christ said about homosexuality. I yield back.
That tickles me. That tickles me. That tickles me. That just tickles me. Because we had a moment of silence or something, didn't we? And now listen, because I know some of you traditional children gonna come up in here and y'all gonna want to quote this damn Bible and carrying on. I'm saying it like that because I get tired of y'all trying to browbeat me with scripture, and I'm trying to tell you script that don't work. And I'm telling you that my consciousness has evolved beyond that of what you're trying to tell me that's in this book. You quoting scripture not gonna do nothing. Okay? So what we have here is this politician saying what Jesus said. And for those of you who read and carrying on and just take it just look at it at face value. Every time we've gotten scriptures and carrying on that was said to us, and that if it's not Leviticus and this and the other, the Old Testament, honey, when there was supposed to be God doing all the talking, they give us everything that Paul done said. Now, Paul said this, and in the name of God, Paul said this, and Paul's letters to the Thessalonians, and Paul's letters to the Romans, and Paul. But not one time in the first 4 books of the Bible that's supposed to be the Gospels, and especially if y'all got red letter edition Bibles, okay, where it's the red letters are supposed to be in the word that Jesus himself said. Nowhere in any 4 of those Gospels has Jesus said anything directly or indirectly about homosexuality in the church. So this becomes a sticky subject because traditionalists, we all have been indoctrinated with some sense of dogma and doctrine when it comes down to religion. And everybody would end up putting a spin on it or sit up there saying, how dare you say that, this is the infallible word of God. How dare you come against it? How dare you say God is lying? And all we said was that we ain't said that, you did. You're trying to tell me what's in a book that I read all the time. And every time we question it, then it becomes, but if you are telling me something that Paul said, then how is Paul any better than you outside the fact that Paul walked with Jesus, supposedly, in the flesh, and you haven't? Because if you say Paul said this, I come and you say Pastor said this and Pastor said that, or the deacon said this, or the right reverend said that, or the evangelist said this. Same difference, right? Ain't that what we do with T.D. Jakes and this, that, and the other? We do that all the time. Oh, what a T.D. Jakes said, and that's the good man of God. So it becomes one of those. And I do not like arguing God. I don't like, because God is too big and too vast to argue. And then oftentimes folks get into that religious conversation because they want to be right. They don't get into it to listen. They get into it because they want to be right. Okay? And especially when you try to tell me about something that you say is truth and you were not there. You don't have nothing to witness from about past stuff. Only thing you know how to witness about is what has happened in your life and in the lives of those who you interact with, because you get to see God working for real. Other than that, you're basing it on belief that what these folks say is true, based on a belief, and all that is subjective. So again, that there is how I fight off the naysayers. But to you, alphabet children, what are you proud of? What does Pride Month mean to you? Okay. Wanda, you say what excellent question. Okay, well now, did you like that? Okay, that same scripture we all will have all us condemned. Okay, well, and it has, because all these folks using the scriptures don't have a worthy argument. Listen, here's why I shut a lot of people down. Because you say that those who use scripture to justify slavery, to justify the oppression of women, because a woman is not supposed to be this and a woman is not supposed to do that. The man is supposed to be the head of the household and this, that, and the other. Everybody who uses them same scriptures to do all that are quick to say or to defend and say, oh, well, no, because all that was done away with when Jesus came, and Jesus came to bring grace, and Jesus came to walk and establish a new covenant. So everything else can be done with and gone away because Jesus established a new covenant. Now, how is it that homosexuality, or whatever you want to call it, was not one of the ones or none of the things that was swept up under the way because we're under a new covenant? Because according to tradition, did you tell us that the worst sin was suicide? Because once you kill yourself, you can't come back from that and ask for forgiveness. So that was supposedly the worst sin, right? At least that's what they taught me. And I'm going by what I was taught. These are things that came from the pulpit that I was taught. Okay. But what I have observed is that everything gay, or same gender loving or whatever, has become the sin that, my God, okay, everything about it, honey, is deplorable. Everything about it doesn't mean anything. Everything about it, okay. And they love to use this word, honey, to have so many syllables in it, but it just sounds good. And that there is abomination. Oh, that's an abomination. And I think because it has 5 syllables in it that everybody wants to get giddy. That's an abomination. I'm like, what does it mean? Because, okay. And so we get into those particular things. And yeah, this is going into a direction I didn't think this was going to go into. Okay. But nonetheless, this is where we are. And, part of the fight for pride and carrying on, honey. Why am I proud? Because I am living. Okay, what does Pride Month mean to me? Pride Month and every Pride celebration that we have, and even though I don't celebrate them the way that I used to, because, child, I'm 52 now. Okay, being 52, been there, done that. I done bought all the rainbow, this, that, and the other. And you would still catch me with something rainbow if it's cute. Okay, the rainbow shirt. You see the autism shirt is the rainbow colors and everything. But this particular thing, this is for autism. Autism has always been the colors of the rainbow because it's colorful. And this is very child. Most children with autism and carrying on, or folks with autism, you would think that they're very childlike or very innocent. And one of the things about the work of those who are on the spectrum is that oftentimes their innocence is intact. Their innocence is intact, honey. And that's what you're trying to preserve. You're trying to preserve that innocence, But so you may still see me in a rainbow, something or another, but I don't go or attend the big pride events like I used to because I don't have to. Okay. But one of the things that when I do go, what does it mean to me? It means that we have overcome some of the most heinous shit, all in the name of religion, all in the name of hate. And I'm going to say hate because you can't, that whole love the sinner but hate the sin shit, that ain't your place. That there is not your place. Okay, because never once had God said anything, or so you taught. Did God say anything about you supposed to be hating anything? You're supposed to pray and love folks out of it. You ain't supposed to hate nothing. Love the sinner, hate the sin. That ain't your job. Okay, that is not your job. But when you sit down there and you don't know how to separate me from my sin, quote unquote, you hate me. Okay, because all you see is me, the gay man, me, the gay so-and-so. You end up hating me you hate me, but you put limitations on it because as long as I'm in your choirs and I can make your money and carry on, as long as I'm finger snapping and cutesy with my girlfriends, Hodges says, he says women treat gay men as their pets. Your little pet gay, honey. He always cutesy to be around and to show off and this, that, and the other. Okay, until you get tired of them. Then you put them in the cage some damn where. Okay. So as long as the gay children, honey, are doing what they're supposed to do, okay, with keeping your fashions together, keeping your this together, keeping your that together, everything is cool. But just like Agent Orange, honey, you have to have at least 3 times a year, sometimes 4. You have to go give me that hateful God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve sermon. Or Eve and Yvette. Child, ever since I heard that, I think I was 17? Yeah, I was 17 years old in the church choir chair over there at Union Grace Missionary Baptist Church. And at the time, it was right there on the corner of 12th and Delaware, honey, for those of y'all who are in Detroit. And I can't think of the reverend's name, honey, because he was one of the new reverends on the roster at the time. And honey, it was the time for that particular sermon, right? So we got up there, and he stood up there. God did not create Adam and Eve. I mean, Adam and Steve, or Eve, or the Yvette. And then he turned and looked me dead in my eyes in the choir stand. And honey, when I tell you, I busted out laughing so hard, I cackled. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. Okay, I could do nothing but laugh because that was the funniest thing. Because you done ordained 3 of the ministers on the roster were gay, honey. We had just went to the club the night before, so 3 of the ministers were gay. Everybody, all the damn near the entire tennis section was gay. Okay, except for maybe 2 or 3 people. Okay, but the entire tennis section was gay. I'm second to the baritone, honey. Okay. So we sit up here going through all these particular changes and carrying on, and yeah. Oh my God, today, honey, I swear, it was just funny. So every time I hear Eve and Yvette, honey, it tickles me because it comes from that. But nonetheless, honey, that there is what we're dealing with a lot of these particular do-I-ditties and things, and it just it's daunting. And when we think about pride, and getting back to my point, I think about survival. I think about those who come before me. Okay, those who had to endure all of the stealth and being silent and hiding and absolutely having your life taken from you. Okay, having your livelihood stripped from you. Okay, those who survived being in concentration camps because of a perception. See, here's the thing with this. We get ostracized and criticized and bashed and all that because of a perception. What you think you know. Okay? Now, if anybody want to know the differences between civil rights and human rights, because y'all love to put this little, gay folks versus black folks thing. And yes, you're absolutely right, honey. I can't sit down there. I can't take this skin color off. My skin, they're going to see this before they know anything about me, blah, 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 blah. And you're right. But here's where this is for us. And it happens time and time again, especially with my own kind. Black folks. You perceive what you think is going on. And based on your perception is how you think you're going to disrespect me. Now, I may not be the most masculine, but because you see me as I want to be a girl bullshit, then you automatically think that I'm just going to be this bitch that you could just run up on and hit or think you could just jump on and it's going to be an easy win. Okay. For those of you who think, okay, and your perception is, oh, that's gay. And then you realize it's not what you think it is. Because whatever you done put up in here, all of your preconceived notions, okay, this particular one did not meet those notions, did they? You thought this was going to go down like this, and it didn't go down like that. Hmm. So perception is what gets it, because yes, black folks, okay, I'm being discriminated against because of my skin color, and you're gonna see that right away. But then I'm also discriminated against as an LGBT person because if you perceive me as being some kind of something, okay, then comes all of the ridicule and the stupid ass questions and blah 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 blah. Okay, I've had um police officers back home in Detroit. You mad at a trans girl because she out here on the stroll. All right, now we know that's illegal, so you're gonna do your job with this, that, and the other. But then why did you have to sit down there and push this? Because one of my daughters, honey, and she wasn't working. She was coming to the club to come and see the show. And he sat up there and said, damn, I bet you your dick bigger than mine. And you want to be a damn bitch. Really? Perception. Okay. Which breeds about bullshit. Okay. So yeah, we had to talk all that down and this, that, and the other. And I had invited the officers to come in. I said, Ty, we about to do a show. I said, I'm out here to drum up people to come up into the bar because we got to do the show. Show starts in 10 minutes. When do you take your lunch break? You want to come see it? You can come in. You come on up in here. Mm-hmm. And they thought that was the strangest thing, a strange request. But perception, okay, what you think is going on, or what you think we're doing, or what you think is happening, what you think I might like, or what you perceive to be. Because perception, honey, is, what is that? Your perception basically, it garners your truth. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. And see, those are the things that we deal with here. Okay. Those are the things. And to my lesbian sisters out there, again, perception. Because you think that you see a stud or a bull dagger. What the fuck? I need to know where the hell that word comes from, bull dagger. Okay, is it because it was a female wrestling bulls or something, and she dagged the bull, with the knife or something? What the hell does? Okay, hold on, because that's going to be. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. It says here, bull daggers are associated with physical strength, sexual prowess, emotional reserve, and butch chivalry. The term has roots in African American communities of the early 20th century, especially with the 1920s Harlem, where sexual and gender mores were flexible. And is that the right word, mores? Or do they mean roles? Okay. And then here's another definition. Bull dagger is a pejorative slang for a very masculine lesbian, which often carries a more racialized meaning than its synonyms, bull dyke, bull dacker, or diesel dyke. Bull daggers are associated with physical strength, sexual prowess, and emotional reserve and butch chivalry. The term has its roots in African American communities of the early 20th century, especially with the 1920s Harlem, where sexual and gender mores were more flexible. As a queer butch gender, bull dagger is distinguished from lesbian androgyny or femme and in lesbian feminists. reclamation of the term helps to enrich what has been seen as whitewashed lesbian history, beginning with the figure of Sappho. Okay. So it has its roots going back to Harlem, honey. Okay. Going back to Harlem and things. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I never knew that, honey. I never knew. Because I'm tired. Where in the hell does this word come from, honey? Okay, because it sounded like it was a damn insult. Bull daggle. Okay. It just sounded all crazy. Not bull daggle. Anywho. All right, now listen. I'm into this and carried on, and we having a good time. I'm hoping that maturity will come up in here, because today's show, I wanted to get into a few things. Let me do this. I'm going to take a small little commercial break. When we come back, I wonder, are y'all hip to the HR 40 reparations bill? Are y'all hip to it? Okay, let's talk about it when we come back out of this break. Because if you're not, honey, yeah. Ooh, okay. Y'all see, I told y'all it's been a long day. We'll be right back.
How you all doing? My name is Jason Pander, and I'm the CEO and founder of B Condoms. Today I'm about to give you a demonstration to show you why B Condoms are the strongest condoms in the market. There's nothing better. What we're going to do today is I took one of our Platinum XL condoms, we're going to put it over a cucumber, and what I'm going to show you is that we can cut through this cucumber without actually breaking the integrity of our condom. Now you can see I put the condom over this cucumber. I'm going to take a knife. We're going to now cut through it. Now, keep in mind, all condoms are not able to do this. This is something special, all right? Our condoms are pH friendly for the women, all right? They're vegan friendly, they're organic. We don't have any of the toxins that you'll find in other types of condoms, like the caseins, the glycerins, the glutens, any of those. That's why our condoms are odorless and they're tasteless. So what you now saw was, voila, all cuts through the cucumber. Now watch this. Take some water, open it up. No holes. This is what you get when you purchase a B condom. The best quality on the market, black owned, and make sure to protect the culture with B condoms. Nothing's better. Thank you. Jason Panda tapping out.
Are you ready to continue the journey with talk show host, internet sensation, and author of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, Big Meech? He is offering another installment of thought-provoking ideas, principles, and metaphors that will encourage, enlighten, inspire, uplift, and catapult you into a brand new evolution of accepting yourself in your total truth. Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. The new book by Big Meech is infused with conversations of love and inspiration that gets right down to the real nitty-gritty. It will confront the reader with the proverbial mirror in an effort to take a deep, closer look within to find all that one needs to propel forward and make life happen. Get your copy today on Amazon.com or go to www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. For more information, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610. revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. This message has been brought to you by Too Deep and Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the winning team.
Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com.
I'm Erica Alexander.
And I'm Whitney Dow.
And this is HR 40 for revolutionaries, abolitionists, and reconstructionists. HR 40 is a bill that would establish a federal commission to study slavery's legacy and recommend remedies for the decades of racism, torture, bias, and discrimination that it spawned.
AKA reparations, a payment, an apology, even policies that could alleviate some of the negative impacts of slavery on black communities. And will America care? And should they contribute? And will this work?
Now, Whitney, everyone's benefited from 250 years of free work done by enslaved African Americans. Now, though reparations won't erase that disgraceful history, it can help a lot. Countries like Germany, Ireland, Uganda, and yes, even the good old USA have enacted reparations in the past.
So what you're saying is we have to address the multi-generational weight of slavery if we're ever going to move forward?
That's right. And you can watch some amazing people work to get HR 40 off the ground in our documentary film, The Big Payback.
All right. And we are back. I wanted to go into that first before I came in from the commercial break so that we can get into this discussion. What do you know about HR 40? Do you know anything about it and things of that nature? Well, I'm going to play another clip because this here it's been around for a little piece of a minute. It's just that it hasn't been taking any traction or getting any traction until recently. And especially now that we are in discussions about CRT, critical race theory, and the ponders and those who sit up there trying to tell you that it has no place in school history. I mean, in our schools or whatever, they don't want it taught at all, which it is not being taught at the moment on any kind of secondary high school. It's in post-secondary, that's college, where it becomes discussion. And it's about writing papers and carrying on about, racism and in its ugliness in the system, how it is embedded in the system and into the fabric of our country. But those who are political pundits and want to have something to say, they don't see that. And it becomes, this is why we have all this fighting. This is why we have people wanting to pull books from the shelves. And I think the most offensive thing that they say about this is that they do not want little white children going to school learning about this so that they can, because they'll be feeling uncomfortable and sad, and they don't want that for their children. That's a fucking slap in the face. Okay, let's look at this particular clip. This is to explain to you HR 40. Okay. Now listen. Told y'all I was drinking this damn smoothie. And it's been a long day, and I don't know why, but my sleep has just trying to come down on me, and I'm feeling so lethargic right now. I'm feeling so lethargic. And it's crazy because but all I want to do is just lay down right now, chat. Oh my God, if y'all see me, if y'all had seen me doing all that, I'm sitting up here, I'm out of the picture frame and things. Sitting up here thinking that this is going to pass. But I'm gonna tell y'all what. Rather than cheat y'all, I will shut this bitch down, honey, before I do anything because I don't know what just happened. But it just hit like boom. You would think I was on some kind of drug or something and carried on, but it just and what I'm going to do, because I can't coherently talk about this HR 40 the way that I want to, because see, I just want to close my eyes right now and something. Let me go take care of this. I'm okay. It's just that damn, my sleep just hits so. It just hits so that way. What you say, Princess? You should get some rest, Meech. I am. I'm. We're gonna talk about this, and I was gonna see. You know what? I was supposed to be doing. I was going to surprise you guys. We're supposed to be going into a Kwanzaa celebration today. I wanted to sit down and go over the principles of Kwanzaa, because tomorrow being Juneteenth, I want to have a Kwanzaa in June. You know how they have Christmas in July? Well, I want to do a Kwanzaa in June so that we can go over the principles, and we're right here 6 months in. What goals have you made for your 2022 that you haven't reached yet? Did you get to certain landmarks, and to sit down to empower one another on this Juneteenth? I'm just out of it a little bit. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna try to do, because I need to make this up. I'm gonna have to make this up because something's not right. Let me go lay down. Let me lay down for a minute. And I think that's what it is. I might be pushing myself because we had just a long day today, and I've been out in that damn sun. Even though we had a lot of water, just that being out in that sun may have got me together. So listen, let me shut this down, because I don't want y'all seeing me nod off and go to sleep like I'm some kind of junkie or something. And I promise that we'll pick this back up again, but I got to shut this down right now, okay? I can't even go out regularly like we do, because whatever this is, I don't know. Oh, but I'm hoping I'm not picking up somebody's energy, because sometimes this happens and it's not me. I'm picking up somebody else, and when that happens, it scares me, because something, I don't know what this is, and it's just coming out of the blue. I don't know what this is. So let me go, and we'll talk again later, okay? I promise I'm going to pick this back up. We haven't even been an hour into the show yet, and something's wrong. So, no, it's not wrong. It's that I have not rested, and I'm pushing myself. So let me stop, and I'll talk with y'all later, okay?